welcome back to the channel. We're going to talk today about a couple things that I just got in the mail. This is pretty much a mail call, and the plans for the upcoming year on the channel, which will probably change as we're going along, but for right now, this is the game plan for the channel. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys is I got in my first shop card. This is a very cool card. You can see that. This is from Blue Ox Model Shop. And he's got some really cool builds on here. Love his channel. He's a great builder, and I recommend that you guys check him out. There will be a link somewhere down there or over there, depending on whether you're watching it on a phone or on your TV or whatever. But there will be a link somewhere around there, and you guys will have to check him out. I mean, take a look at some of these rigs he's got on here in that Chevy. I mean, this is some really quality work, and he's a cool, fun guy to listen to. So check him out. That's Blue Ox Model Shop, and you'll be glad you did. Thanks for the kind words on the back of the card, and can't wait to see what you come up with next. All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, if you can see in the corner here, a couple of new additions. These are two third-gen Camaro promo models. Now, this is the first one I got of an IROC Z. I want to say this is a early to mid 80s IROC Z, which was Mrs. Onyx models. She had a thing for these cars back then, so I figured I'm going to get this one and build it up to what she remembers that she used to like about these cars. It is a pretty cool model. These are both from AMT. They're both made from similar tooling. This is a early to mid 90s IROC Z. And these are both promo models, which were given to Chevy dealerships or customers when they bought the cars, or they could purchase them, I guess, in their parts departments. Now, one thing I want to point out about these is that they're both basically made from the same tooling. As you can see, most everything about them is the same except for body details. This one has a rear wing, while this one has the smaller body-mounted wing here, the three-piece wraparound wing. Now, if you look at the finish on this one seems to just be a polished plastic. Although there might be a gloss coat on there. I mean, they've got a really good shine to them. But as you can see, they didn't remove the mold lines, as these cars are just basically, as far as I can tell, they are the AMT kits, or at least partially the AMT kits. They are not painted at all, just cleared over and or polished out, assembled. They are all static display models. There are no engines, and they're pretty good. They're pretty cool for what they are. Now, when I look at this red one, this one appears to have an extremely glossy clear coat on the body. I mean, this is a really, really nice shine to this thing. I mean, it's just brilliant. Now, the reason I bought this car is because I needed these particular wheels for a super secret project that's going to start on the channel pretty soon. And well, it'll be on the channel after it's revealed to the person I'm making this project for. So I really needed these wheels, and this was the only place that I could find them, because I couldn't find any of the AMT kits of this car that were released during this car's lifetime. Well, let's just say, not that I couldn't find them, but the ones that I found on eBay were insanely expensive. So I did find these promo models, which are a lot cheaper than the kits themselves, and they come with the same parts. Now, I didn't expect this model to actually be this nice. And this clear coat that's on it just really just grabbed me, and I really like it. So now I'm having second thoughts about stripping it for these parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a set of aftermarket wheels, something that's going to look nice on this car. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wheels off from my project, and I'm going to install the aftermarket wheels on it, and then I'll do all the detail work on the kit just to make a nice presentable model. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to not paint the body. I'm going to leave it exactly the way it is, other than adding the detail work. And you know, it does kind of kill me because there are mold lines here and here that I would love to sand off, but I just really like the shine that's on this, so I don't want to do anything about it, and I just want to leave it as is. And we'll see if we can make a really nice looking model using a promo body made exactly the way AMT produced it for the dealerships that it was sent to. Should be an interesting project to see what we can turn out doing just minimal work to it. So we'll see how it goes. As you can see, there's absolutely no detail work done on the interior. Nothing's painted. It's all just red plastic. But the body is really what's amazing me on this. So this should be an interesting little mini project that we'll have going on the channel, probably in between builds. And this one will be another project that along the same lines, except this one will have the body completely painted and will be done up to bring Mrs. Onyx models old memories of an IROC Z that she fell in love with to life. Alright, let's move on to the next thing. I just picked these two up, added to the stash, after the last two builds, which is the Chevy Corvair, which was a nightmare of a build to get through just to get it right the way I wanted, and the build for Ukraine, which you can still see some of the parts lying around here, which are really super detail intensive builds that kind of push my skills to the limit. So they were a lot of work. So what I needed was something simple and quick that I could knock out, a palette cleanser, if you will. And I found these two at Hobby Lobby on 40% off sale. And I thought, you know, for the price, these are going to be two quick builds that I can just knock out over a couple of days. Get a little bit of weathering practice in, just to have a little fun doing something simple and easy. Because sometimes you need that after tackling the big builds. So that is going to be up on the channel probably right after the Ukraine build. And just something easy. Every once in a while you need that. So these two are going to be a lot of fun. Alright, now we're moving on to the next thing. I mentioned the Corvair build, and it is complete. I'm not going to reveal it just yet. It's in its display case. Covered over because it's going to be revealed to my buddy Dave next week. You guys will be there when I reveal it to him, so you'll see his reaction as soon as he sees it. That's going to be a fun reveal. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next thing. As you guys know, I may have mentioned on the channel, I work for Mercedes-Benz, and very proud of all the years I've had there. I'm closing in on 20 years with them now, and really very happy with the career I've had with them. So since I'm very close to 20 years with them, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a special series of builds dedicated to Mercedes-Benz, because basically they've provided me with a lifestyle which I am very happy with, that I've managed to do a lot of what I like, and also gives me the income to play with the scale models and it allows me to indulge in this hobby along with my other hobbies. And I'm really grateful for the career and the opportunity I've had with them and that they've given me, and also to be part of the best Mercedes-Benz team in the business, for at least in my experience in the business, as Mercedes-Benz of Paramus is really developed with the team that we have now into one of the best Mercedes-Benz stores in the business. We've turned it into an amazing place to work, and that's all because of the people who work there. So I'm very proud to be associated with them, and this is going to be dedicated to the team at Mercedes-Benz of Paramus. All the way from our top managers down to the guys who will park the cars in the lanes. They're all an important part of the team, and they are what make us the success that we are now. So, let me tell you how this is going to work out. It's going to take a while to finish. We're going to start with the Mercedes-Benz Patent Wagon. This is the ICM kit in 1/24 scale. This one is the one that includes Mrs. Benz and his two sons. If you don't know the story of this, I'll give it to you in a short synopsis here. She took Carl Benz's first car, which is the patent wagon here, and while he was trying to secure financing and trying to get this thing off the ground, to prove that it worked, on her own, she drove across Germany in this thing. Which is saying, all right, no big deal. She drove across Germany, big deal. So what? People do it all the time. This was done when there were no roads, no support, no repair stations, on a vehicle that had no track history. This has to be one of the bravest women in the automotive world, as she took off with this thing with no way of knowing whether she was going to make it. And she did, and the rest is Mercedes-Benz history. It's a really interesting story, and that's why this is going to be the first part of our Mercedes commemorative build. Then we're going to move on to the second part of the build, the SL500 here. This is a beautiful car. This is by Tamiya. This was released, I don't know how long ago this was. I've had this kit for years and just never got around to building it. So now it is time to jump into this. I'm trying to see if I can see a year on this thing. I want to say probably sometime in the 90s this was released. So we're going to start our series of Mercedes-Benz sports cars using this model here. Should be a really fun build. Then from this one, we're going to move on to this right here, the Mercedes-Benz 300 SL from Tamiya. Actually, technically, we should do this one before we do the 500 SL, if we're following the timeline. But I think we're going to do the 500 SL first, because right after this Tamiya 300 SL, we're going to jump right into the Revell successor to the 300 SL, which is the SLS AMG. This, from what I've heard, is a really, really great kit. I've seen a couple of builds online on it, and it just looks like it's going to be a fun, really well detailed, really nice kit to put together. So we're going to have the gull wings built, even though, like I said, if you follow the timeline, the 300 should come before the 500 and then the SLS. But we're not doing that, because you got to do two gull wings together. You just have to. It's just the way it is. And that is going to comprise our Mercedes-Benz tribute to Mercedes-Benz of Paramus, the greatest dealership in the world to work for. And we're going to start this up. I will hopefully will be done before I hit my 20th anniversary mark. So, although knowing me, probably not. Now, the last thing that we have on the board today, at least I hope this is what I think it is. Okay, that's bonus. We're going to open this up right now and see if it's what I think it is. There's another channel that I watch all the time. It's called Model Car Videos. And if you guys haven't watched that channel, you really should be watching it, because Matt at Model Car Videos, he's a great builder. It's a fun channel to watch, especially when he includes his wife in it. Heather, she's built a model of it, and the family. It's just becomes a fun little family get together. His builds are really cool, and he recently did a video concerning the Cougar 2 concept car, which he picked up from I forget who, I think it was Lindbergh. So I went online and I decided, you know what, that car is so cool, I need to have a copy of it. I tried to find the original version of that car, which is the one that he has, and they are quite a bit pricey. So then I did a little more looking around, and I found out that the car had been reissued. Wow, the box art is nowhere near as cool as the original box art, which I will put up somewhere right around here. So this one does not have the cool box art that he has, but it is the exact same kit. And if you guys do some smart eBaying, you can pick this one up for about half of what the original kit goes for, which is a great deal, except that you don't get the original box art, which is one of the things that I really liked about the box art about this kit was the box art. But this is the same kit, it has all the same features as the original. You have the opening doors, hood, the pop-up headlights, removable roof panel, and I mean, just look at that. Let's just take a look at it here. This is a really cool kit. I mean, it's a really cool looking car. So, and this rebody, this reboxing was done in, let me see if I see a date here. Give you guys an idea of when this was produced. 1999. Made in the USA, copyright 1999. Oh, look at that. They must have made this just before the moon got blown out of orbit. Little TV trivia there for you guys. So it looks really cool, and I really want to get into this. So if you guys want this car, but you just don't want to pay the extremely high price of the original, just grab yourself the Lindbergh Rebox. It's the exact same kit for a much lower price. Although, maybe now after I've just said that, it'll probably go up in value, which means it'll probably get more expensive like everything else. But that's it, guys. I think that covers everything that I had to talk about on this episode. Yeah, that went on a little bit longer than I expected. Alright, guys, well, let me just let you know that if you do want shop cards, I have more available, and I will be putting my email right there. You guys can just contact me, and I'll get them out to you. And what else? Do I have anything else to say before I go? I don't think I do. I think that... Oh, wait, there is one last thing. Again, I'm watching Matt's model car videos just way too much. And he keeps talking about stuff that just really piques my interest. Hold on, I'll be right back. Just hold on right there. Don't go anywhere. Here we go. This is a metal body Ferrari Testarossa kit. He recently did a video on a metal body, I think Corvette. And he was talking about these metal bodied kits. Now, I had never seen the one that he had. But I was digging through my stash because I knew somewhere in there I had a metal body kit. I just couldn't remember what it was. Honestly, can't remember when I got it. I've had this thing for years in a closet. But I did remember that it was a Barago. They would sell their cars as pre-built or sold by testers as a model kit. So, just out of curiosity, why don't we just take a quick look at this one? Now, I was a fan of Barago stuff for a while, back during the 80s and the 90s. Here you can see the metal body. You'll have to attach all of the detail parts to it. The interior's in there. It's actually really not bad. Hefty little thing. But it's really not bad at all. Now we have the Barago Ferrari Testarossa, made in Italy. This is before, I guess, everything went to China. We'll have to clean up that glass a little bit. But, like I said, it's really, really not a bad kit at all. Not as detailed as I would like. Here we have our engine bits. So it's not really a highly detailed kit. It's very simple. This back here we have all our interior parts. It basically is some engine parts in there. We have our tires. Some of the grill work for the doors. It basically is just their metal body pre-built car sold as a kit. Kind of cool in the fact that it is a metal body kit. Will it look as real or as accurate as the plastic model body kits? I don't think so. At least judging by the box, you can see how inset the wheels are into the body. But it is kind of cool just in the fact of what it is. And the fact it was sold by testers. So, I might be putting that together on the channel. It's, if you look back at my old videos, I built the Monogram and the Tamiya Ferrari Testarossas in the Miami Vice theme. So maybe I will put this one together. And we'll do a third Miami Vice Testarossa. So, okay guys, I think that pretty much covers everything I had to talk about. And the newer and the plans for the next, I want to say probably the next year on the channel, apart from other stuff that I'll be doing in and out as it piques my interest. I try to stick to a plan, but it never happens. So remember, take a look at Blue Ox Models. I'm going to put a link in the description or somewhere so that you guys can check his channel out, because he really is a cool guy and you really got to watch what he's doing. Alright, so we're going on 24 minutes. We done talked about a lot. So we're going to end it here then. I don't need you guys getting tired of me. And I will catch you on the next one. Remember, hit that like button. Hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs down, hit whatever thumb you want. Just hit something. Subscribe if you haven't, because along with all of this stuff that I've got coming up, it'll notify you if you hit the little notification bell, and you'll never miss an episode. Because we all know how much you all want to hear my voice. And I will see you guys on the next one.